Hi, this is Naomi Smalls. Welcome back to From Head to Toe. Today we're recapping All Stars 9, Episode 9. Let's hit it. All right, today we are recapping all the queens and the judge and RuPaul for the Where Is My Pearls? Bring Back My Pearls runway category. Since this is From Head to Toe and you're watching here on YouTube, this is only the runways, but if you would like to see me talk about the chop, there is no chop this week, the challenge, the lip sync, all the rest of the buffoonery that happens on an episode of Drag Race, you're gonna have to tune into the Patreon at patreon.com/Naomi Smalls. That's the extra coverage. And I know you want extra smalls. Duh. All right, let's get into the runway. Bring back my pearls. Up first, RuPaul. All right, Ru is giving, this is very like Grecian. I feel like this is a Grecian moment for Ru, which I feel like is a silhouette that Ru kind of like gravitates to. She looks like the columns, she looks like the sirens that are like, you know, in the plaster and in the ceramic and in the wall. Ru is giving like, this is a full powder blue color story for Ru this episode. She started in the workroom in the powder blue suit, and then it kind of worked into the runway. Definitely my favorite way to do powder blue, and I just kind of gravitate towards silver in general. Honestly, like neck to neck, baby blue looks so good with gold as well. And since it's an acting challenge, I think it's like maybe just Willem in Alaska like pounding it into my brain. Ru always, for like the acting challenges, somehow she chooses red, and that means she's like in her like thespian mode. This is her like yeah, this is her like AJ and the Queen. Ruby is red hot. Patti LuPone, like she's tapped into her like, I'm a Tony winner. This is a habit of mine where Zach will style a wig for me and I'll try and be like, before I send it off to get restyled, how can I like rejudge this? Can I put it up? Can I put it back? Can I switch the part? And Ru, this style I think was like, I don't know what episode this is from, but like I know what this style looked like when it was not pushed back. And I think it was like more of like a classic, you know, teased out big wig, gorgeous, coppery, dimensional moment. She said, fuck it, I'm wearing a different look, let me switch it on him. And she did like a kind of like half up, half down, but like with a pompadour. I really love this hair color with this color story. I actually really enjoy the fact that she's wearing the blue contacts with the copper and then the baby blue. I just feel like everything kind of like makes sense here. All right, KRISTINE W. She is Miss Babylon herself. She is a gay bop queen. If someone told me this was Taylor Dayne, I would also believe it. Blonde, music from a different time, upkept. She looks fierce. She is probably goes back with Ru. And I could totally imagine Ru listening to KRISTINE W while getting beat. She looks like she's having fun. She looks like she got glammed for RuPaul's Drag Race. And I know that she has had a circuit of doing prides, a circuit of having to deal with drag queens in a dressing room. And hello, that means you are qualified to be here. All right, up first, Plastique TIARA. She is giving us another Mugler reference this week. She is the birth of Plastique. This is, to me, like Plastique's favorite color. When we started working together, it was her first time touring, and I had been on Work the World for a year before that, and she came into the tour with just like beige, pure white, off-white, eggshell, all the tones of only white costumes and like platinum hair. So this is like a look for me that is so classic Plastique. She loves to be just like pure and pristine. It's hard not to go there when you get Pearl, but she has the pearls in the wig and the pearls cascading, and she is coming out of the clam. She looks gorgeous. I love that Plastique is like over accessorized the house down. She's wearing one of my favorite things to do, and I clock it on her only because like when you're wearing an updo, like your ears just kind of like stand out in a funky way. Plastique does not have big ears by any means whatsoever, but like earring is a must always, always. But when your hair is like up off your neck, off your shoulders, up just like literally your focal point is right here, like your ears can like stand out in a way that needs some extra accessorizing. And I love that Plastique is wearing double earrings here. I love that she's wearing an earring that I got for her in I think Chicago, just because it reminded me of her, because it was opalescent and white and crystal and pristine. And I mean, come on, Plastique's Drag Race all over again. And they put her again at the top of the runway and had all the other bitches follow. Let's see if anyone else is gonna take the top spot this week. Up next, Angeria. Angeria is giving definitely like Bob Mackie, Vegas, Diana Ross with the like nude illusion tiered pearls, but like framed in ostrich. I love the ostrich coat reveal into the nude. The way that the like feathers go and like create like a sleeve around her shoulders and around her elbows is really like feminine, really gorgeous. This hair is smart with this headdress. It's flat, so you can get like a really good base for the headdress to lay flat and be uninterrupted and not have to worry about like loose pieces coming into your face the entire time, because wearing feathers and makeup and lashes is a lot. Like wearing hair alone is a lot. So like when you have like down hair and then like these ostrich feather like plumes that are practically hair, it's just like it can add a lot of congestion of like moving parts. And I think like having this like shellacked low bun was very, 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 very smart for this look. This Angeria look is definitely a look I could see in the finale of Losing is the New Winning on Drag Race Live. Up next, Chanel. Chanel is giving demented Olaf. Like that's the vibe I'm getting here. I like this look, especially because it's so like out of the box, out of character for Chanel. When I think of Chanel, I always think of her like, yes, respecting the theme, but kind of keeping it into this like very old school, very like, I've been doing this before you were born kind of headspace. But like this is like unique, this is cool, this is funky for her. Like I would not wear this look because I don't want to necessarily look like a demented snowman, but you have to sometimes watch the Drag Race runways. And because we're all at this point, even if you haven't worked with the girls, you have some sort of like connection to them because they've been on your TV screen for the past 9 weeks. So you develop like a familiarity for them. So when they come out and they're like doing something different, you're like, oh yes, that's so cool at first. And then you have to really get into the look. Up next, GOTTMIK. I love this bodysuit. This bodysuit is like so well constructed. I love all the like rib cage and bones and anatomy going through this, the shoe, everything. This is what I'm talking about, like when you are doing a Drag Race challenge and you're trying to think like, what's someone else not gonna do? What's someone else not gonna do? And honestly, I'm shocked that Mick is the only person that went black pearl for this. I understand the wanting to be different, but I do feel like for this category, like I'm trying to think how you would do black pearl in a like more sea way. Maybe there's a caviar type of like something in there. I don't know, but like this is giving me centaur, Krampus, goat adjacent with some black pearls on it. And bodysuit, gorgeous. Concept, lost on me. I think my favorite thing about this look is that she almost looks like she almost looks like her body is like drenched and covered in oil underneath this like nude illusion bodysuit. And if there's one thing I know about the importance of drag, is being drenched and covered in oil. You're welcome. Up next, Roxxxy Andrews, and she is like barely wearing anything except for just strands and strands and strands of pearls on the body, on the wig. I normally hate these like tinsely chain type of wigs, but I really love it on Roxxxy here, and I think it's because she has like the bulk and the volume with like the crystals up top, and it's like giving a nice little like dimensional look instead of doing it all in tinsel or chain, or if she just did pearls, it adds a nice like, ooh, what is that? It makes it look a little bit more intentional, a little bit more custom, and Roxxxy's face is just like blasted and encapsulated by all this like white around it, and I think this is one of my favorite faces she's done this season. And this is what I'm talking about. It's the glossy nude lip, it's the contacts, it's the highlight. Like, this is a pro, this is a star, this is mother of pearl. And I love the body stocking. It's like a perfect match to her body, her like tan, that you're like, is she wearing a nude illusion? That's what nude illusion is supposed to look like. You're supposed to be fooled by it. And if there's one thing that Roxxxy Andrews is gonna sell to you, it is body. No matter if it's covered or not, she's gonna be thick and juicy always. This look is gorgeous. I actually love that she's wearing a clear pleaser with this look. I'm not like, I am a pleaser girl. I started as a pleaser girl, and I know the importance of pleasers, and I love the classic look of pleasers, but not for every single look, and this look just makes so much sense. Like, when you want to be, I'm just respecting the drag girls before me, and Raven says, if you want to look like you are on your tippy toes, but you're still in drag, wear a clear pleaser. Up next, Gorgeous. Gorgeous is definitely wearing her pearl, say it with me, accoutrement moment in the wig. And she has like this like caramel satin wraparound moment with pearl accents. I like this costume. I really love like from neck down. I think grouping pearl with like more of like this like warmish brownish color was a nice choice and very unexpected, and a way to stand out from everybody without going so like black pearl or pearl liaison, you know what I mean? And I feel like this makes sense for the Gorgeous brand. One note I would have loved to have seen with this is like a brown wig or a blonde wig. Probably brown, so that way like pearls have a nice like frame contrast to stand out against, and you can really see the detail. I feel like having the black hair with the like white pearl swirls in it unintentionally just gives you Bride of Frankenstein. It's hard not to look at a style like this with the color combo of black and white and not get Bride of Frankenstein. And when I think Bride of Frankenstein, I do not think anything that has to do with pearls. Up next, Nina West. And Nina West is serving a Elizabethan take on pearls. God, I don't know. I feel like Nina West's core style is up in the air. And this season kind of just like proves that, because I mean, she started the first week with like that like kind of like Balenciaga type of like ostrich feather reveal type look, which is so polar opposite from Dude Ladybug to what we're looking at right now. I think that this look right here from like neck down on Nina West's look is actually really gorgeous, with like this like kind of like abstract embellished torso corset top moment. The bottom's a little like, all right, wrap the sheet around and call it a day. And the hair is a cool hair, but the hair positioning is like, it's like here. Like, I hate when these like really styled small wigs, you have to like have them like propped straight up, which is really hard to do unless this wig is like customly made for you, because when you have these like tight wig chapel wigs put on like a not tight shaped head, it can like fit in the wrong space. And I feel like her wig is just like going forward, and that gives me like hat. It doesn't give me hair. And when I look at someone that glued down a lace front onto their head, it should give sprouted from your head, should give hair, not hat. The like mask detail here is cool. I like that. Super detailed. So many different types of pearls happening here. I do appreciate the big swing of not trying to go under the sea. I just need this to make a little bit of more sense. And that was an unintentional Disney reference. That was actually an unintentional Disney reference. Up next, VANESSA VANJIE. And VANJIE is serving Devin Aoki, Jeremy Scott, the House Down, Renaissance, Tour, giant clam prop, House Down boots. Did I say House Down? But you know, yeah, clam down boots. VANJIE looks, I mean, everything. I love that her rhinestone tights somehow give the illusion of her like, it's like bubbles going up from like the shoes to the clam that's sitting on top of her shoulders. And I love that like effect, like all the bubbles rising up, and then you just get this like gorgeous clam stoned moment. How did she pack this? Who sent this? Who did this?
Look how beautiful it is!
All right, the best of the week. I mean, all the weight is on her shoulder. She is carrying the top toot of the week. It is Vanjie. Vanjie, you just look incredible. Like, this is why they put you last again. But I have to respect. And honestly, I feel like of all the ones I would wear, I would probably wear ROXXXY's. I love this for ROXXXY as well. And when it comes to Nude Illusion, that matters. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. That was episode 9 of All Stars 9. We're gonna be back for 10 next week. But if you want the full, uncut, exclusive look at my recap of the episode, tune into Patreon at patreon.com/NaomiSmalls. Early releases, longer releases, and more of me looking oily.